Let's start at the top. This is mega random. Tips Fedora from Cyprius. We got a very interesting mega random. No middle rotating around middle choke point at all this game. A little bit more chaos I'm going to expect here. Sudsy Sugar 1999 in red, playing as the Celts. Players picked their civs this game, and they were hidden in the lobby. So you heard Edulum, you heard Sudsy Sugar say that they came in with no plan whatsoever. But hey, we'll have to find out if that's true. Actual Beetle, his teammate in yellow, playing as the Khmer, his standard civ. Pretty much the safe pick for Actual Beetle there. Next team over, The Verge in orange, playing as the Spanish. Very strong civilization. You get to boom up in these big team games. Get those gunpowder units. Bees get degrees as the Goths. Playing in teal. That's the Verge teammate there. This will be a bloodbath, absolutely. Perhaps in the following round 2 game, we will have to use a larger map size. But this is just a little spicy for now, you know. We got to keep it interesting in these ones. Nut, I mean, there was a wonder victory on this map size, so hey, it's not impossible. It's a turtle. Nut in blue, playing as the Sicilians, and his teammate on the southeast. Silly Seth in pink, playing as the Celts. Wow, Silly Seth sniped that pink color. Love it. Osglox playing the Khmer in gray. And his teammate, Cyprius, playing the Celts in green. Looks like that prediction is over. We have 50% on Silly Seth and Nut, 50% on Osglox and Cyprius. We'll have to see if we get any upsets. Look at all of... do other players have this many goats in their pockets right now? We got some boar pulls from these players, pro gamers. We got this is just a plentiful map, I think. Also, I believe they were given camels as their scouts. Yeah, love that. Wait, where's Blue's camel? Oh, it's over here. Teal's camel. Amazing. You might notice we have 2 Khmers in this game and 2 Celts. 3 Celts. Let me pull this up again. Was I correct on this prediction here? Silly Seth Celts. Bees get degrees Celts. Sudsy Sugar maybe Celts. No, it's just a safe civ pick, I guess. 3 Celt civs. Amazing. Sicilians, really the one out of nowhere civ selection here. I'm really looking forward to seeing how these guys do. I know nothing about them. I've never played them. Never encountered them in my own games, of which there are very few thus far in my age career. But let's take a look at the positioning of these teams. Riderless Scout seems to be a theme with Mega Random. Yeah, I mean, camels is the first time I've ever seen. We have... I mean, I guess we use Fogwar to easily identify whose team is. We do have scouting, shared scouting on, because as a newer player, for example, or a less experienced player, Sudsy, or Actual Beetle, it's kind of just it's just confusing. It's just a bit of a disadvantage when you don't have your team scouting right from the beginning. I believe it gives you it for free these days when you build a market, but we also had some mention of that not working out the way it's supposed to in the last one with Squeaky G, with Hadrian. So Ravenwolf, welcome.
Hello.
We have
Thank you.
our new 2v2v2v2 chaos game engaged.
Look at all this, dude. On this map, interesting selection.
3 Celts, by the way.
Whoa.
I'm looking at the team positioning here. This is Cyprius and Oz, so probably the second strongest team by absolute measure. They are next to the strongest team, Silly Seth and Nut. Okay, so it's nothing too crazy. We kind of have strong side over here, less anticipatory strength on the left, but you never know. You never know in this kind of match.
You never know.
You got any particular players on your mind right now, Cam?
We got Bees get degrees, Sudsy. Not that I can think of. I do appreciate that Nut is getting some walls up. You know, again, you're not sure where everyone else is yet. If you have a general idea of the position of your opponents, then that can impact how you want to play the game. So I think it's a good idea to get some defensive walls up, making sure that you're not going to get poked down, you're not going to get raided at all. So really good defensive move by Nut.
In particular is walling off their whole section pretty well.
Yeah.
Gray
I think.
and green, not so much just yet, at least.
Oh yeah, was not the one that Steam rolled me with the Persian
Yes,
douchebrush?
that's correct. Yes,
You
it
know
was
what?
the
I take
Persian
back. I
douche.
don't. You know, I take it back. Nut can go out first for all I care.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hey, that's fair.
No.
Hey, you know, it's a dirty tactic, that Persian douche. You can
All right,
hold over a little bit of
I need
revenge.
to get some salt to rub in my wound.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. I like
no,
these
but it's
walls into the TC
yeah,
from Teal. This one is a little sus. Just like go up here, my guy.
maybe yeah.
But I guess the scouting
What?
might. Well, the scouting is
That
there,
could
so who knows?
yeah. But again, I think just a good idea for the sides to get some walls up to make sure that they're not going to get poked down, get raided.
Yeah,
That
any
they can
walls at all
hopefully
right
go to
now.
their game plan.
Any attention to choke points right now is a very good indicator that the players got their head in the game. I think
Yeah.
B's definitely one to watch out for. I'd be scared if I was against B's right now. He's improved dramatically. Barracks down for pink. Barracks for blue. Okay. How's our team in the north doing? How's Sudsy Sugar doing up here? Going for some berries.
Yeah. Interesting
We
location
actually have
for the
actual beetle pulling the boar into the mill too. Very impressive stuff over here.
in regard, although he is behind in other areas though compared to everyone else. But again,
True.
he's making
This is true.
making improvement. And again, I think pretty sure there's some other commentators mentioning this. Just this tournament has really done a good job of increasing everyone's level of play. So everyone is improving from this tournament. They're taking this as a learning opportunity, seeing what they did wrong, how they can improve, and hopefully be ready for next year.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good. Early farm, I think he's rushing. I noticed the actual beetle had a farm early on, maybe a little early for that.
He
Not
is
sure
the
it's
Khmer, so
yes,
farming is a little
that's
bit of a
right.
different experience if you're playing Khmer.
True.
But still, I mean, you want to minimize how many you build before you get horse
Yeah.
collar. Either way, we got an
But-
optimized mining camp here from Bees Get Degrees.
Wow, that's
Incredible.
actually a really good placement, so you can get the stone and the gold with
I mean,
ones. He's not having to waste
A
wood.
lot of
on-
times, I think people overestimate how valuable that is. You really want to just get the best.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
If you can on each. Good wall. Oh, when we got some chatter here. Oh, that's
Scouting camels,
a little
interesting.
spicy in the chat.
I wanted to finally say, I'm interested. The water placement on this map is quite interesting.
Yeah, we see no docks from anybody yet in the game.
Yeah, I mean, are they are aware that there's? Yeah, I mean, we've got a few buildings there, so they
It
know the
looks
water
like-
is there.
Definitely, the shared scouting is going to help this. Also, this kind of just gives an unfair advantage to the players on the edge.
Yeah, on the edges of the map. So
We'll
that's
see if they use it.
really
It looks
yeah.
like the yellow and red, the mustard team have not found out about the water situation. Neither has this team. It's pretty much just blue and pink that really
Yeah, they're
know.
the ones that are
Green
they're the
and
ones
red
that are
as
on the
well.
island right now.
Yeah.
And I think they are
Otherwise,
aware of it. It's a matter
They're
of
treating
actually
it like
getting
a
there.
regular land map. I guess maybe they don't want to. They're using a ton of wood for these walls already.
Yeah.
So they probably don't want to like spend.
Yeah, I can see advantages to that. Again, the civs that are on the that are near that water can definitely take advantage of it. Again, not just necessarily with the docks, but also as a way to transport troops as a secondary avenue of attack if they needed to. Because again, if obviously the ones that are further in are going to have to start expanding out, and as such, their buildings are going to be ideally be closer to the water, so that would give
Yeah,
those,
the rectangular
size.
nature of this map really is an interesting dynamic. Like Gray
Yeah.
has all the space in the world in the back of his base.
Yeah, so he
Orange,
has
same
plenty
here.
of room. Yeah, so there's plenty of room for them to work with.
These two are looking a little bottled in. You know.
So it's gonna be interesting to see if they take advantage of the water at all, if at all.
Yeah. No docks yet for any of these players. We do have. Where's the resource distribution again? There we go. Looks like our first castle age is gonna be Oz with that 17-minute castle. Very quick. Well, pretty good. Pretty good. The Verge coming in second place there. Everybody in feudal age, not quite as disastrous a variation as the last game, I think. Actual Beetle actually kind of impressing me right now. They just give him enough time, he might be able to put out something. This is very close, though. This is a Monka S right here.
Oh, those are. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the team positionings, and yeah, they're very close with one another.
Yeah, we
So
did.
I think
We did large, which is the smallest 8-player map
yeah.
size.
So
We might boost that up to giant for the next round. Not
yeah,
sure.
yeah. If orange is next to
Orange and
if
yellow. I
orange
mean,
is next,
maybe
yeah,
neither of them will be able to tell whose unit is whose either, because
it could
the
be
color.
okay, but it
We
looks
do
like we're
have
gonna
a
see
scout rush from blue.
Yep, here we
too.
go. Okay, so we're gonna start poking down. Try to take out some of those miners.
Actual Beetle does have scouts of his own.
Yeah, so he's gonna respond to this. Gonna be able to get those
Looks like he
scout
lost
caps
one
off.
villager, two villagers. Okay.
Yeah, but
so the
a
response
really
wasn't
good response
super
from
fast, but
yeah.
it was there, and that's really what
Yeah,
counts here.
good response from Beetle. Again, didn't panic. Didn't.
I think he's been studying up right now. I'm so impressed right now. We have pressure, another scout rush coming through. This is doing a lot more damage. It looks like Oz with that fast castle he went naked fast castle and didn't have any units going on, so is able to clean it up.
But Cypress coming in to support, get those units off.
Teammate support, these two definitely able to work well together. 7 eco kills from Silly Seth there. Unbelievable.
Not bad. That's a really good hit.
Yeah.
Something I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Are Wonder Victories enabled on this map?
Listen, I told them to put it as standard, but right before they started, actual Beetle came back into the chat and asked if Wonder Victories were on, and I said they should be, and then he said something about they voted no in the in-game chat. So it's possible that all the players decided together as a group that Wonder Victories are off. I do not know.
Interesting.
They might have rebelled against me.
Well, I guess if they
that's their prerogative.
I guess if there was a consensus among that, that's fine. But anyway, sorry.
Knights for orange. We do have a lot more early action in this game than the last one.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm liking this a lot. And
everyone's just kind of taking their time.
Actual Beetle not garrisoning and Vil fighting is going to take a lot of damage with this. The Knights will just
he's going to have to garrison those units right now. He's not... Yep, okay, there's the Town Bell, so he's going to get those...
They're popping in the houses, though.
Yeah, not
with the Town Bell, you can't really control where they go, so they're going to go in the houses and not be able to arrow fire.
Oh, and and
we have the Verge with the tower on this side.
Beetle's getting surrounded. This is not looking good.
These teams, orange and teal, blue and pink, and gray and green, were all in voice chats for like 20 minutes before the game, like talking strategy too. The other two had just gotten home or just come in before the game starts, so they'll have a good time anyways. But
yeah.
Blue's camel going after Pink's camel. Oh no, they're hanging out together. They're a team. They're working together. I'm really interested in this front, gray and pink. It seems like these two are far enough away from each other. Bees get degrees and nut that they've decided to have kind of a stalemate. And we're seeing aggression on this orange and yellow front as well.
Yeah, Beetle is
not
trying to respond to this. No, and unfortunately, and right now, if Sudsy, I think the thing to do for Beetle here would be to try to get some units over to Sudsy's place, try to build up if he can. But it's just, it's not looking good. He has to respond in some way. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just surviving is definitely valuable here.
Yeah, Sudsy needs to, and Sudsy might need to send some units over as well. But unfortunately, I don't think he has too much right now.
Sudsy has a few man-at-arms, which
so he needs to.
They'll do fine. Again, they'll do okay.
But Bees, the Bees
Knights are a problem.
Bees has more units that they're going to respond. They're going to come in at an angle. I think Beetle's looking really. Beetle's in a really bad spot right now.
He's in a bad spot. Listen, we always have, it seems like, one player that gets like nerfed real early, knocked out early. Also, 4 TCs for the Verge, 4 Spanish TCs.
Wow.
In the Age 4 match, it was Aloysian. He went 1v1 David M1A2 French Knights and lost, unfortunately. In the last Age 2 match, it was Hadrian, I think, just getting pushed real hard from Tom Bombadil. But this one, it looks like it's going to be actual Beetle. And honestly, that's probably the best outcome for the rest of the players in the game. for actual Beetle to be the one that gets knocked out here. Or for the Verge to be pushing actual Beetle, I guess, because he's spending a lot of resources. This team is spending a lot of resources.
Okay, so Sudsy is coming in to assist, going to try to get those units off of Beetle, try to get Beetle back into the game if he can. Those abilities are coming back to start working.
Bees knows the Man-at-Arms will do well in this fight.
Yeah, I think
numbers are against them.
Sudsy's pushing a little too far, unfortunately, but again...
Okay, they're going to take this fight.
I think
it looks like upgrades are on Teal's side, and also the hill is on Teal's side.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, he's getting a few units in turn.
I mean, Orange has just said, no, I don't feel like helping. They could definitely have won that fight in a 2v1, but
yeah,
Sudsy actually doing pretty well there. Here come the Knights, though. This is going to clean it up.
This is going to be a flank. Yeah, this should be an easy win again. More pikemen coming in, so Sudsy's pulling back, but he's going to encounter those Knights. Knights are going to come in.
Yep.
And we're going to see how this fight goes.
Yeah, it's a cleanup for Isle the Verge there.
I think Sudsy might have pushed a little too hard there to... I think he had done his job. He had gotten those units off of Beetle, but unfortunately now it's back to square one because those units are moving in.
Moving over to the other side real quick. Hopefully we can catch up over here before actual Beetle gets knocked out for real. There's a lot of action going on between Gray.
Yeah.
Actually pushing back on this team really effectively and dropping a donjon right on Silly Seth's face right here. I don't know how they found their way in, but they're here now. So
must have been an open. There's probably an opening.
This is Blue's defensive donjon. Okay, that makes more sense. And yeah, Green also, they're coordinating this push. Looks like the palisades are enough for now. There's actually a way through here.
Maybe Tyler, take a minute. If you look down the bottom right below Silly Seth's base, does he have any? He does. Okay, I was going to say.
There's a little bit of fishing eco here. I'm surprised to see nobody else going for it, but
yeah.
This should boost them quite a bit.
Orange might take advantage of it because he's got 4 tons and just noticed all the smokes.
Yeah, we got 4 TCs for Orange, 3 for both blue and pink.
Yeah, and again
2 for teal.
And again, that I think comes with the one big thing with any type of free-for-all or team game is that obviously you're having to worry about who you're going to hit first. And as you're hitting one opponent, the other opponent is perfectly safe in their base, not having to worry about being attacked. As I say that, Orange is being attacked by yellow. Yellow's
that's yellow. Yeah,
it's hard to tell from the distance. I'm seeing it now.
You just the newest player in the match right now. Feels bad.
Beetle, this is going to be not just a devastate. This is going to be not only an emotional loss, but a mental loss.
A mental loss. Yeah.
But this is going to be hard.
I mean, it looked like he was trying. He was doing some things very right here at the very beginning.
I think he was doing a good job. I think he was doing a good job of getting Zeke going, but I think people knew him to be, dare I say it, the weak link. They knew that he was behind, and I think they just took advantage of it. And that, in addition to that, they also took advantage of the fact that, probably in addition to the scouting that Orange might have done, seeing that Beetle didn't have much, as such, he knew to push in. And looks like we see some...
I like this. So we see 1 TC each from Green and Gray. It's kind of indicative of more of an all-in approach. You see they have more units here, and Blue and Pink are both going much more of a defensive playstyle. They're booming up with a ton more eco. But basically, if this team can outlast, can survive, they're going to end up doing much better in the long run than Green and Gray. So we'll see. It's TC for actual Beetle about to go down, and I think he just needs to lose these 2 houses and the stable, and he'll be knocked out of the game by the game versus versus just surrendering. I don't know if he's going to forfeit. We do have a corner TC for Gray. He realizes the amount of space that's available to him.
Yeah, good call. I definitely think he should have done that sooner, but again, doing it now, better than no time, better than not at all.
5th TC, this guy's just surrounding his enemy in TCs. I think this might be too many town centers from the Verge.
Yeah, I mean, in a team game. I'm looking.
As we have Teal attacking, Bees Get Degrees has moved in on Blue. Now, Blue and Pink have been fully focused up here, and this could do a lot of damage. Another donjon, more donjons for days up here from our Sicilian player. Love that.
Yeah, and if anything...
Bees unable to get too much damage there, losing a lot against the TC fight.
Since Orange is dumping these resources in the town centers, I definitely like to see a castle since he is in that age. A defensive castle would be a good idea. Again, he's
got 10,000. 1,000 stone, so he could definitely drop a castle like here, really secure up all these resources. Now Edulum, Sudsy Sugar just has to survive on his own. I think Actual Beetle is still technically in the game, but...
Yeah, but again, it's... Oh, no.
Last game, Hadrian was able to do a pretty good job with rebooming. He snuck in the back of his ally's base and just hid back there and built more villagers, kept the things going. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I don't know about Actual Beetle's chances. As we have orange now moving in on red.
Yep, may as well. You've got an advantage. You know that your opponent doesn't have any other units out right now to deal with this. So good move on orange's part.
I love teal and orange play right now. They're kind of the third man on the date, you know. This is kind of a green and gray versus blue and teal, or blue and pink, like grudge match right now. But
yeah, right now green hasn't. Yeah, green is comfortable
the
building up right now. Yeah, right now green is comfortable building up, and I think if orange turns, he should be able to get these men at arms. I'm sorry, those two-handed swordsmen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be able to get this. Yeah, no problem at all. Good call. And again, he's dropping a castle right outside his base. Good call. Best thing to do.
Really securing a solid foundation for resources and map space. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, and they're doing a really good job handling multiple fronts. Because again, they're not just attacking one team; they're attacking a second team. I mean, you've got bees right now outside of Nut's base, and okay, so green is now moving in on
we have
pink
a lot
right now. There's a lot of action going on right now.
Oh,
that's a really dirty. That's a really bad choke point. So I'm not sure who's going to come on top of that. Oh no! That
got combined push from green and gray on pink, and blue is fully distracted down here.
Mangonel or some archers.
They're kind of getting 2v1 over here.
Castle is going up.
I mean, the players know that this is the strongest team, or at least that's what we think in the pregame. So
yeah, but again, right now, Nut and Nut's doing a really. I'm sorry. Bees is doing a really good job of pressuring Nut right now.
This is a great castle spot, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. That's fantastic. And again, if he gets to the next age, he's going to be able to get some trebuchets out and just start putting some hurt on Nut.
We have one player in Imperial Age right now. That's the Verge. Right now, villager pop count is looking, as you might expect, 69 for the Verge. Not bad. Not bad at all. Lowest, of course, Actual Beetle with 10. That's more than I expected him to have. He's got 5 in each of these houses, and I'm not sure if the Verge knows about the house garrison thing. That might be the only reason he's still alive. Meanwhile, Sudsy getting demolished. It looks like it's slowed down a little bit, and Orange might have lost his units here, or he might have pulled them down south and lost them. I'm not too sure. As we have a real flood of units for Teal. This is problematic for Blue, to say the least. They've been fighting all game north.
Some war elephants out right now, my eyes.
Blue has to send these sergeants up to try to help out.
Yeah, but the question is, okay, so Green's going to back off. He is seeing the units come in. He's going to take the time to just kind of back off. He's gotten his poke in. And right now, Bees is doing a really good job of just pressuring Nut on this front.
Orange dropped a, what is that, 6th town center on red? Okay, sure. Yeah,
I'm looking
the sergeants will clean this up, I think. Oz?
I'm sorry, not Oz. I was going to say Orange is a little bit behind, but right now he's expanded well out onto the map with these expansions, these town centers. So even though he's behind on
fully invested in eco
numbers, Bees is doing a really good job of covering his teammates' expansion to make sure that he's able to build up, start building up, start getting poke elsewhere on the map.
I mean, I think they really were able to identify, hey, we're next to the weaker team.
Yeah, that's I think the best thing they could have done.
And they just fully aggression push them. Now it feels a little bad, you know. We don't want everybody to lose in like the first 15 minutes.
Trebuchet is coming out from Orange, so he's going to start getting some poke down.
As it stands, Orange is still the only player in the castle or in the Imperial Age. I'd love to see this Treb come down south, because this is where siege is desperately needed for this team. Blue is very well defended here. He's done a great job building up defenses.
Yeah, I think Bees needs to really start getting ready to go to the next age, because if he can get a trebuchet out, on Blue's front, then he should be able to deal with this, no problem.
Yeah, we do have a pretty solid hold. Good army sergeants and road raiders from pink and blue. Rams are going down.
Those Rams are going to go down, but again, good push. Got a few of those buildings down.
A lot of sergeants here. Chat, do you know the deal with the sergeants? I don't. How do they deal with men-at-arms, long swordsmen? I think Wolf of the North might be on the case. I'm not sure. It's like 9 + 2, 1 + 2, 1 + 2 versus 8 + 2, 3 + 2, 3 + 2. So we're going to have a lot more armor, much more tanky, and they are pretty speedy too, but they're doing a little less damage. Orange really just needs to wrap this up as fast as he can and focus down south.
That's the best thing he needs to do is he has to make sure that he has to take out Beetle. He has to take out Orange right now, because if he doesn't, he's going to waste too much time on those units.
I'm interested on the choice from our green and gray team. They seem to be committing to like a lot of spearmen. We got some, what are these guys currently right now? Pikemen. And they're pretty much going into only infantry, so I guess it might be a case of what can I afford to build. But I don't know. Maybe some range would be better suited here. Therefore, the tank encountered by cavalry, not archers or infantry as much from Tom Bombadil. Yeah, so I'm thinking like maybe some. What do we got? What is this? What's the we're looking at? The Khmer elephants, I guess. I don't know. I think both the Khmer and the Celts have like okay-ish knights, so that might be a move. But it's also very expensive to tech into. We got another, okay.
Another castle. Again, this is just
7th town center for Orange. He's just town center attacking. He's not using his units at this point. 4th TC coming up for green. Both blue and pink are both holding right now, but little progress being made by either of them. And we have two-handed swordsmen now. Blue is
pushing, but again, the castle, the tower right there, they should be able to help with this, but we're going to see.
I think Teal wins this fight. It depends on the reinforcements.
Yeah, right now, Nut's cutting right through those units, so he might be able to come on top of this. However, the castle and the tower are helping with this. Nope, looks like Teal's turning this. The towers are doing a lot of work helping with this engagement, and I think Teal's going to come out on top. Yep, he's got it. Blue's having to pull back.
The inclusion of two-handed swordsmen in that fight, they're just such a good unit.
Yeah, that's a good mix.
Sergeants probably, like most unique infantry units, will fall off into Imperial Age, so great stuff there. Treb now out for blue.
Yeah.
The Verge and Biscuit degrees are both in Imperial Age, and Nut, the actual Beetle, stuck in Feudal Age. He's still around. He's still alive somehow. With that's it.
He has
we got a camel and any production? How is this guy still in the game? I think it's because the camel is still alive, and that's literally it. Amazing. Orange has now just fully eaten Sudsy's base. He's on one worker, which is this dude right here, and no military or eco production building. So once this guy dies, Sudsy's out of the game. You hate to see it, but also you love to see this team just grabbing the opportunity and winning with it.
Nut doing a really good job. Okay, the castle is going to go down. So good job from Nut to respond to get that off of his base. So he's again doing a good job defending this. But we have some more trebuchets rolling in from Bees. He's going to start setting them up, start getting his own poke down.
We have 3 Trebs versus 2 right now.
So the question is, are the Trebs going to focus down? Okay, so here we go.
And I'm looking at Nut's stone balance. He's at 93 stone with nobody mining it. Not going to be able to repair that castle unless he buys
so he's
stone.
going to pull those trebuchets back.
He's going to have to fall back and lose these castles. And he's losing this fight too pretty hard to the two-handed swords.
Too
many
of
them. These players are just 2v, or I guess 4v2ing this entire game. It's crazy.
So Sudsy is out.
Kind of like teal and orange, ultimately. Sudsy has been fully knocked out. We'll see if actual Beetle finds that surrender button or if he even wants to yet. He might just want to
Now, here's the thing. I'm a bit fuzzy on how the progression. So if he survives until the end, like say for 2nd place, will they move on, or is it only the top 2 that are the top team that's moving on?
Okay, it's a little bit complicated just because I want to make it as fair as possible. We have an odd number of players that want to be in the team game stuff. We have 17 players. Aloysian has a bye in this first round of 2 games. If that
Okay.
makes sense. We've already seen game 1 of round 1, and She the Distance and you won that by a wonder, which means you knocked out all of the other players simultaneously, which means we didn't have, you know, a second remaining team or whatever. So that means that we had to go off of score, and the highest score that wasn't you two was Wiggle the Wise. So he's in, as are you and She the Distance, Wolf of the North and She the Distance. And then the next highest score that wasn't you two was Tom Bombadil, which means that we got to keep Tom Bombadil in mind as the 4th player from that first game. So now the second game, whoever achieves the victory condition, whichever team that is automatically in.
Okay, understandable.
And then it's whoever is eliminated last, whatever team that is or player that is. Or if there's a mass elimination event like the last game, we go off a score again. Now, the 4th player in the place in this game will be matched against Tom Bombadil, and whoever has the highest score in their game will go through. I'm expecting that to be Tom Bombadil because he got 25,673 score. So these players have a lot of catching up to do. But
Let's see. So orange is beginning to move in. Orange and teal are starting to move in.
looks like we're engaging green
Oh,
now.
I just noticed actual beetle is now out of the game, so you probably found the quit button or
Actual
maybe his
beetle
camera
is
taken
out. His camel's still alive. No, wait.
That's orange.
Okay, well, he's dead. Sad to see. 6 players remain. Maybe feeling a little more confident. Also, blue is melting here. They do have trade going, but it's a very bad 6 gold trade. Pink has held for the minute, and I think green's attention is going to be drawn by orange. I would have loved to see orange and teal both push in the same spot, because this is so far removed from their main base, this northern frontier, that they can just kind of ignore it. Can I be on Tom Bombadil's team for round 2 Abolition? It's, you know, it's up to you guys. If you both decide you want to be on the same team, then go for it. Just how things go. This is the first time we've done a 2v2v2v2 sort of situation, so we're kind of lax on the rules. We're letting things fall how they may, you know. And we do have the Conquistadors out. Like I was mentioning in the beginning of the game, those conks are
Question is, see how he handles
spicy.
Oz is coming in with some units to try to counter this. He's got Arbalest. He's got some those champions, 2-handed champions. And right now, Bees is kind of steamrolling Nut's base right now.
Yeah, Verge is winning on the north, Bees winning on the south. I'm wondering at this point if we're going to see the Wisconsin players form some kind of standoff alliance and fight off the orange and teal menace from the west side of the map.
Yeah, right now, because I think of that early aggression, they're just steamrolling this base right now, and they've been doing a really good job of pressuring all parts of the map.
I mean, this game kind of boiled down to 2v2s, right?
Yeah.
On this side and on this side, but this one has been much harder for either player to gain an advantage on the right, so that means that they're just throwing away resources, while the other side, they're building up their military and they're gaining land. Just from a snapshot perspective, this is definitely favoring orange and teal. We'll see, though. I think that in 100 games, blue and pink are probably more experienced. So, you know, hey, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, teal making a beeline for those trebuchets. One of them gone. I think he should be able to get them, no problem. Yeah, those trebuchets are going down. And he's got enough
going down. That's expensive stuff. The stockpiles right now, Nut on 89 gold.
Yeah, Nut trying to pump out some units to deal with this, but I think Teal's going to have
his teammate also really struggling for gold right now. Let's take a look at green and gray. We haven't really looked too much into their... Oh, no TC for green. The main town center is gone.
Oh my gosh.
The second TC and third are still up. Okay, and the fourth. Love that. Good stuff. We've got a defensive home base castle for our remaining Khmer player, and... Oh, these are trade carts. Okay, they were trying to get trade going, but weren't able to due to this whole situation here.
You know, obviously that Seth and the Greenies are in a really good... I'm sorry. Yeah, Seth... No, sorry. Orange and... I'm looking at this too much.
Orange and teal.
Thav, I guess Thavarig and Bees are again, Thavrik can keep pushing north if he wants to, because again, he's got all that room. He's got plenty of resources on that very top portion of the map that he can use to work with. And
I'm gonna have to
again,
ask him how to pronounce his name, by the way, because I keep saying the Verge, but that
the Verge,
seems a little odd.
the Verge.
Maybe it is Thavrig.
The
I think it's like based off his like his name or something.
Tigris with just an emergency TC and town center and the back, try to deal with this, try to survive, try to stay in the game as long as he can. But again,
it seems like the only player here that can stand up to the power of the Empire is Pink, and we'll see what he's able to do. It's just because he's furthest away. We do have Scorpions.
Lots
of them to handle the footmen here very effectively.
They're going to be able to push this attack off, but I don't know for how long we're going to have to see.
I mean, the villager counts right now.
What
it's kind of harder to keep track of. And that still has 92 vills.
I'm not sure what Teal is doing with those villagers right there.
He's bringing some villagers up. Is he trying to do a castle or something?
He might be trying to do a castle. He's a little overconfident. He's just got, Bees is just streaming in units right now. So I'm not worried too much about losing everything. He's maybe a little too overconfident, or maybe just a misclick. Because again, we're late to the game now.
We have Gray and Pink as kind of the pocket players here. They need to come through and push back on Teal and Orange, while Blue and Green try to hold them off as best as possible. But this is a lot of conquistadors. This is a lot of paladins. Crazy stuff.
And if Orange continues to push down as the way he's doing, then he's gonna be able to surround these other players as well, which is gonna be really bad for both Steph and Nut.
Yeah, we do have these 6 gold trade carts still on their way around, but
but these Scorpions are doing a really good job of pushing off.
Great pick, these Scorpions. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, normally, I think the Mangonels might have been good for more. The Mangonels might have been better for larger units, but I think because of the higher rate of fire the Scorpions have.
The rate of fire, I think they have more range, and they do shoot through damage. So if there's a clump, they just melted a
like right there, they just melted.
Yeah,
so I think the Scorpions are a really good choice here.
Siege is hard to use effectively in H2. Like, I always kill my own units every time.
Yeah, good job on. Good job from. Good job on Seth.
That was Nut? Was that whose corpse? Oh, they're Silly Seth. Okay.
Silly Seth. Yeah. So I think
we'll see.
Seth, right. Bees is gonna have to play a little bit slower now, and we are getting into the late game. We're already an hour in.
Wow, it doesn't even feel like it. This is great. Oz, by the way, still in Castle Age.
Yeah,
what happened over here?
And again, it's gonna as we get more and more into the late game, it's going to be a lot harder for these. There's going to be a lot of things the players have to manage, and they're not going to be able to do it perfectly.
We have a 19 gold trade for these players.
It's going to be interesting to see how they all handle this. I'm going to be curious.
The Goths are very strong. Castle Age, Imperial Age, they fall off a little bit in post-Imperial, and I think if they can be blunted here, it's not impossible that they'll just fall apart. I don't know. Of course, this team has infinite resources, basically, as much as they want to gather, they've got.
Yeah.
But I think maybe sending some raids out here while they're distracted would be really strong. Just like get some Woad Raiders out. It's in their name. Yeah. Check out these resource patches. They're undefended. Knock out some vills. But right now, these players are just fighting for their lives. It's hard to think about all that at the same time.
Nut is coming back, good, answering with some tributaries of his own.
This has stalled, and I think the Scorpions really caught Bees by surprise.
Yeah, it slowed down his assault, so that means Nut's going to be able to get some attack of his own. That castle should be going down.
Nut's still on like no gold. He's been suffering this whole time. I think doesn't have any gold mines. Maybe this one if he sees it, but it's a little bit exposed.
Yeah, and it's one of the few that he has left, and that castle is going to go down. So really good pushback from Nut. It's bought him a little bit of time. As to how much, though, we're going to have to see. Because again,
there's more aggression. The wave has resumed on the north, but it's against.
Oh my gosh!
It's against Gray and Green. So I think this might end up being Pink and Blue. For a little while, I thought it was going to be Gray and Green versus Teal and Orange, but right now, I don't know. The hold is stronger for Nut. That's a lot of siege.
That is a lot of. Yeah, I mean,
I think this is the right move against the Goths. These Scorpions are doing work right now.
Yeah, not too many.
In the south.
Yeah, it looks like Orange is continuing to just kind of press down, and he is gonna run into Seth at some point.
Now, if it comes to it, well, I guess Scorpions might do fairly well against Conquistadors, but they're gonna really have problems if they have to fight Orange as well, because these Paladins will just walk right up to them. That said, Blue is making a lot of Spearmen, a lot of Halberdier now, so that's
yeah. So Nuts
very
doing a good
well
job
for the future.
Yeah, Nuts doing a good job. Again, also walling that off, which is a good call. Got himself a little bit of time.
This final central holdout for Green is going to fall. Yeah, Aloysian in the chat. Orange and Teal, a pleasant surprise this game. They came out swinging. I did not expect this level of play from them.
Their main bases have been pretty much overrun, and they're
falling back to the
both
corner.
Both of them are on just the right side. They've got a little bit of trade going.
They are making sure to keep trade up. I think they might even be able to risk a full map trade here, but it would be a little risky. Like,
yeah,
you're just waiting for these guys to spot it.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. It's a flip of the coin here. I mean, if you stay in your little...
I'd also like to see this relic get picked up.
Yeah, it's right there. I mean, they would be in a good spot to do it. I mean, Orange hasn't moved up to that top portion yet, and there's a bit of time. So it'd be risky to do, because
or a dock. Hey, if you drop a dock here, water trade for free. Or maybe Orange and Teal could be doing that on their side.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Gray and Green, Pink and Blue are still enemies, so unless they want to like blatantly work together, which I guess they could, but I think they said they were too honorable for that.
Orange is finally moving in on Pink, so he's gonna.
We do have pressure now.
That wall should be going down. No. Oh, these units are going to come streaming in. This is.
It looks like the hold will be still. They're gonna hold off Teal, but
yeah, the question is, are they going to
Conquistador power?
How are they going to deal with this? Did I hear a monk?
You heard a monk healing in here somewhere.
Oh, no, you got too close
through the gate. And these halves are not going to do well against Conquistadors, especially if they're properly microed. You need the Scorpions up there.
Oh, the Scorpions are just the Scorpions
These
went
are
down.
pretty exposed, actually.
I thought they went down, but yeah, they're not.
The fight looks like it's centralizing. The players are deciding this is the spot.
Yeah, and Orange and Teal are steamrolling that right now. Scorpions are responding. They're starting to move in on the bottom left.
This could be good, but the Paladins are here for... Cavaliers, sorry. The
and it looks like Seth is finally responding, getting a few out, but oh my goodness.
You see that pinwheel?
What was that?
Oh man, it looks like the Conquistadors died. No, they're in, they're raiding.
They're going in, yeah. So Seth's getting the Teal off, but however, he's going to have to move slowly to try to respond to Orange, and Scorpion's not might get there in time. And
Gray fighting for Blue over the last dregs of gold over here.
Oh my goodness.
And a lot of eco going down right now for Silly Seth. The Conquistador's unanswered in the base right now.
Yeah, but if he can... Well, the villagers are in the town center, so he might be able to get to some of those Conquistadors so he doesn't pull them back.
We got Halbs on Pikemen over here. I don't know if the Spanish not get Halberdier, or maybe he just didn't upgrade them.
Not sure. And
Castle
again,
up here
right now,
for more conks.
Raiding party. More Conquistadors coming in.
Yeah. Looking at the map, it looks like they cleared that up for now. This is the main army right now.
Okay, Scorpions are moving into position. They should be able to get these Conquistadors. We're going to see if the Conquistadors handle this.
Some good Scorp shots right now.
Oh my goodness. There's so many of those.
It's working. The Conquistadors aren't focus firing, but okay, here come the Cavs.
Yep, they should be able to... Oh!
They should melt this, and I think once you lose the Scorpions, your hope is pretty much lost.
Yeah. Yep, I think they're going to be able to do it. There's enough units there.
What do we have right now? Silly Seth moving into Woad Raiders. Oz making 10 battle elephants with 12 already on the field. Love that.
Our castle is down. Some trebuchets are up, but I don't think it's
not just pumping halberdier. So I don't know. I don't think they can hold this. They're walling off this bottom corner. Silly Seth. Okay, they're doing some treb fighting in the middle of the battlefield. But that was a huge loss for Seth.
Yeah.
KD.
All the Scorpions. Losing the Scorpions.
69 losses, 70 still growing. Okay.
Yeah. Aloysian, good observation. Yeah, this is definitely Green and Gray's opportunity to try to get back into the game. It's going to be really hard as if they can try to get some stuff going.
I mean, the only chance for either of these Eastern players right now is just raiding, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it. The bank right now, Nut is on 11k food, so that's something. Orange, pretty solid bank, and B's a little bit lower, but both of these players with the most gold in the game, so I think that's key stat. If some villagers walking up for teal. What are you doing? I can't.
Yeah. Again, I think there was a good defense from Nut and Seth there, but the pressure from two fronts was a little too much for them, so they're just moving in now.
Yeah, we do have a little bit more of an efficient trade here, maybe. Let's check in on our corner gamers right now. Castle.
Lots of farms going up there.
Honestly, if Orange and Teal don't make too many spearmen, the elephants might do very well. And I think there were a lot of elephants. And also the push is coming in on pink. Great choice, guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a... What else do? You've got to push in somewhere, and
you also kind of have to consider the dynamics of who makes it into the next game, right? If you can defeat pink and blue before you die, then you might make it in.
Yeah, so it's not a bad call. It's really a flip of the coin. It's what are you gonna do? What else can you do? You know that Orange and I mean, I think the big thing is they get vision. I mean, they may not be able to hit Orange right now, but if they kind of maybe look a little bit to the right, they could do some damage on Orange, get some pressure off of pink and blue. But I don't think that's their objective right now. They're just trying to do whatever they can to stay in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's taken them a while to finish this off. Blue and pink are doing a great job with the defense, but it's just not enough to quite, get any advantage. Oh, and here's the raid for Orange. Oh, I did not expect this outcome from this game. This is great.
This is pretty crazy.
Can't believe we lost the mustard and ketchup team so early. Team condiment been knocked out. Okay. That's 48 Woad Raiders with more on the way from green. The reinforcements probably won't be there, but that's a nice mass. As we have...
What's more is this is also a big opportunity for... Because if Orange and Teal do see the gray and green units, that means they're going to know that...
they're still in the game.
They're still in the game. That means we're going to realize, oh, that's a problem. That means we have to deal with that.
And a forward castle drop from
an
Gray.
Aggressive castle there.
Attacking pink right now.
I appreciate that's pretty risky, but I got to say that's a good choice. Because, I mean, if you're going to commit, you may as well fully commit.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this stage in the game, well, I mean, I guess castles as a defense really are just a bit of a delay. Because everybody has access to trebs. Everybody has trebuchets on the field. But I might look to put these on key resources. I guess this is kind of just to secure the beachhead and produce more elephants, which are doing very well against against the conks. So they have a lot of HP and they're good range. Woad Raiders will kind of eat up conquistadors as well if they can get on top of them. So this is a pretty good composition, but I don't think the resources are there to maintain it. As we've got more trade from these gamers over here. Give me the numbers. 13 gold, okay. And it looks like blue, he's fighting on. He's not giving up. Finding another pocket down here in the south to build more TCs. Gotta love the perseverance. The only spot down here that Teal hasn't scouted. We got elephants moving in, we got Woad Raiders, we got a lot of pikemen. Well, just pikemen though, no halbs here. And nobody has surrendered yet. Gray and green are kind of catching up on the score at this point. I would be worried if I was not in silly Seth, and if the priority is to make it into the next game, I'd be a little bit worried. Here come some more paladins. And the trebuchet shots on Woad Raiders, they killed 2 of them. Oh yeah. Aloysian mentioning Grace still being in Castle Age. I think he finally has now gotten up, but that was a very long Castle Age time. As Trebs will go down from Teal, the Woad Raiders and the Pikemen will do a great job. I think catching Teal and Orange a little bit off guard.
Should be able to get them out, yeah.
Okay, there's a lot. Actually, there's a lot of Knights here still. There's a lot of units. And the Elephants are all dying to spears. Wait. Oh no, we got Huskarls taking out the Elephants. Okay, that's expensive. Alright, how many Elephants do we have on the field left? 8. 8 ballistas, 4 battles. They're all back at base though. So that push, it looks like, has died. Because of this stream of reinforcements coming in constantly. And these are now champions. Very formidable unit if you get all the upgrades for those guys. One of the strongest thing in the late Imperial Age. Orange is going for a little bit of a scouting expedition. He's going to kill some rams, because why not? Maybe? Nope. Just passing on the rams. Going to find these Khmer farms. And a few... Okay, we do have some scorpions, but definitely will just be overrun. Pink is now moving up behind Orange in the north of the map. This game is far from over. These players are not going to just give in, it looks like.
Pink? Interesting look. I think...
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to say, I think Orange might be able to see this, but again, if he lets this slip by, again, there's a lot going on, so he may not know that there's a... that they're up there. Yeah, so... This may be good for...
The resource stockpiles right now, 11k food for bees. The Verge with 15,000 wood, 6,000 food. I mean, Nut does have 7,000 food of his own. Sycreus 5,000 wood. I mean, I think this could... it would be a pretty major misplay if the Verge and bees lost this at this point. But it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah.
And it could just be from some kind of surprise attack from the north or from the south. Like, Bees, this is his whole economy. The Verge has expanded across a third of the map, but Bees is still staying pretty compact, so you might be able to raid this. Also, he can see the gold miners here from blue. So that's a bit of an issue. A risk worth taking, maybe. And Oz selling wood for gold. Nuts farm falling under attack. Conquistadors were definitely the right play here. Doing a great job. And Nut moving into the economy of Teal with 42 sergeants and more on the way. We got a new music drop. Thank you, Age of Empires 2. And this is just... It's a slog for these two players on the western side. They're trying to take out one enemy, the other enemy builds up.
I'm looking at
the other enemy, the other enemy builds up. So
and Blue's with a raiding party going in on Teal, and Teal doesn't have anything to deal with this.
Teal does have one response, and that is to lose all of his units and still have 13k food. But this is still gonna hurt, and he's gonna be out of stone.
No, it's
no
really
response
good play
at all.
from really good play from Blue over here again, sticking with it, staying in the game,
still making a difference, and he's splitting off units now too to these key resources.
Yeah, good call.
Got lions here attacking villagers, and he's just okay. This is less optimal. He's just focusing the TC. It's going to slow things down a lot when you really want to just be fast moving and kill as many villas in as many places as possible. But Teal now sending his reinforcements back home. They have so much map control, yeah. Orange has just been dropping castles everywhere they go. It's great stuff from Orange. The castles and the TCs might have taken him a bit longer to gain the dominance that he has now, but really secured things along the way. TC for Teal goes down. but I think the reinforcements will mean the sergeants will eventually die here. They're not trying to run around and kill too many more vills. He does have a little bit more of a sergeant army back at base, and now is switching to pikemen, halberdier, as he's out of gold once again. Green dropping another castle. These guys are just holding on in the corners.
No kidding. Not a bad idea.
He's fishing. Okay.
I mean, look, even though we've been singing the praises of bees and the Verg,
yeah.
It's like the problem is they've got so much map control. If they can't finish this out,
I mean, this is these big team games. If we had a bigger map than this, like I was mentioning, we might change to. I'm kind of having second thoughts right now because they're just hiding in all the dark spots, able to maintain their life. I think. I don't know, what's this guy doing? I was kind of hoping to see a blue villager back here, and then they could do a little bit of a sneaky trade, but I think it'd be spotted out pretty easily by orange. So, all right, orange defending his ally. The economy safe for now. The focus has turned to the base of teal. He's dropping another TC. We got three town centers for pink in the north. He feels pretty safe up here, taking a lot of stone. There is some gold that he might look into later on, but we also have some outposts beginning to go up. Now this is definitely the right move. Just get as many outposts with as much vision as possible now.
Yeah.
He's dropping them everywhere. And green is moving in again. These players are just taxed to the limit of how many places can they win at once.
Yeah, and
we have murder holes, so this castle's doing damage, but I think blue might get squashed next. He's the next target right now. And he doesn't have much further he can run right now. Maybe off to this side. We got some teal vills over here for some reason, so they might spot him out. Castle for pink. I think blue's gonna wish that pink had some units out 20 minutes ago. But this is still, you know, it's still going. We carry on. We push on.
It's not over yet, that's for sure.
Right now, the score, by the way, score update, Cycreus and Oz, they've been slowly gaining. Silly Seth is about to be falling into 6th place right now. Not doing fairly well at the minute because he's been so active. He's gotten a lot of villager kills, but it's going to drop too once he starts losing units. And he's getting camped on all sides. They're trying to bottle this guy in because they know he's going to try to make a run for it.
So, again, a good call there.
Yeah, this build-up is strong, and the trade, though it may appear fairly inefficient, 11 gold per trip, it's going. It's building up right now. One thing I always forget with capture range, as we zoom out cinematic view right now, we can look at resources collected. The Verge, 116k total resources. Bees get degrees, and then we got Nut, Silly Seth. All right, I mean, it's pretty much what we might expect here. Gold. I mean, yeah, no crazy difference making is going to be happening here with the resources. It's basically reflects what we're seeing on the map. But orange and teal, they've been active in fighting a lot more players, so they've had to spend a lot more resources, so I think this might finally be the end of another player. No, he snuck by. He got out.
He
has a transport ship. He refuses to leave.
To fight another day.
And pink actually building up now too. And also he has units right here in the middle. Okay, they're actually not visible to orange. He's found a pocket.
Oh my gosh.
Orange actually hasn't spotted any of pink's stuff over here yet. Barring like this goat. Oh man, more woads, more. Okay, we're laning into mangonels now. I don't know if he's got the gold for onager, but that could be a strong play. We have another TC drop for blue. We have gray monks moving out to collect the relics finally here. And okay, so the second base for Nut has been cleaned up. Let's see where his third base is going to be and how long it'll last. Sneaky Seth.
Yeah,
I like that.
Best place he can do.
Sneaky Seth up here with another castle. And
yeah,
he's walling this off stone walls too.
Best thing you can do. Good idea. It's the best play he has at this point.
Yeah. Okay, we got markers from these players right here. I'm not sure what that indicates. I think that's B's saying this is the next spot I think he's at. Okay, these players, though they are both downtrodden beneath the heel of Orange and Teal, have not decided to work together. The honor here on display is impeccable.
Doing what they can to stay in the game to get those points that are hopefully going to help them out.
4 keeps for gray, 2 for green. There's been a major action with orange here, and gray and green are going to see off this army. Looks like the focus might turn once again, and blue may survive with 1 remaining TC in the game.
My goodness.
Oh, man. Okay, Sneaky Seth is now getting those elite Woad Raiders going, and they will do even better than the sergeants at raiding and killing vills. Right now, worker counts... Bees did not really rebuild as much as we might have expected. He's at 77 workers right now. The Verge at 100, Oz at 109. Good stuff. And Silly Seth, 65. Not at 20, as might be expected. He's signaling. Orange is signaling. He says, this is the spot. We need to end it now. Kill this guy. Before we turn our vision anywhere else. Okay, this is actually very formidable from green and gray. Once again with a strong army and not enough of a... Oh my gosh. He had him garrisoned in the keep.
Oh, but that's
a lot of paladins.
Yeah, that is also a lot of trebuchets.
The siege.
His doors are going to go down. Well, the more elephants as well. And
it looks like
those trebuchets are going to work down. Yeah, I think
there are some hard counters to the paladins here. They are going to do damage, but it looks like 1 trebuchet survives. Paladins are going to run for it.
I think green and gray had enough to deal with that.
Yeah, they did it for now. And now paladins are going to try to get damage on the economy.
Yeah, and they're going to now understand that there's a base over here on the side that has just been built up.
And here comes the rest. Here comes the rest of the army.
My gosh, man.
Pink's still not moving out yet. Drops another castle. We're out here with 36 elite Woad Raiders. And we've got another castle drop for gray here as well. As the paladins are just kind of getting an eye on what's happening up here. And blue is still in the game. His 2 workers have run south once again. He has 13 villagers left. Let's see if we can find him. He's building another TC down here, but little does he know. Orange has had enough of this nonsense. Where's the rest of blue's eco? Okay, Teal now signaling up here. I think Bees is just telling his ally, look in these places for the enemies. This is probably where they are right now. We haven't scouted up here at all. Oh, and they finally do see the wall. The wall was 1 step too far for Pink. Where's the rest of where's the rest of Nuts economy right now? They're somewhere. Are they? Oh, the transport got away with 1 vill. Oh, he split them into 3 transports just so he can't get knocked out.
Okay.
Okay, and he still thinks that there's a yellow TC up here. He hasn't scouted over here yet. Okay.
I mean,
Pink's still going with the wall, which might be his undoing since he was now scouted. But the fishing ships are great here. I just want to see these Woad Raiders move out. He's on 123 pop. He maybe wants some more population first. We got a lion coming in. Monastery. He sees players finally deciding to collect relics. B's going for spearman. Oh, he's decided to cancel that actually. More major fighting on this front as it looks like Halbs versus Man-at-Arms is in a lean Man-at-Arms favor every day. Actually, look at all these bodies. There's all these dots are bodies on the ground. We miss a major fight here. I think I'm gonna rewind. All right, we'll go through it at a little bit faster speed. So this is like maybe the final fight for green and gray. We'll see if they can reinforce. One
go,
Treb goes down. They're Treb fighting. A lot.
Are going to go down.
These
Teal
Gothic
has
man-at-arms are
enough pikemen to
strong.
deal with those elephants.
Yeah.
But green elephants do go down. Teal is going to come in now to try to... Teal is going to come in. I think he's going to be able to clean this.
Oh, that one trigger at least is pretty equal. But I think the unit comp here for blue, I mean, we're casting something we already know the end of.
Wow.
All right. Oh, he left the TC. Or the Treb. Okay, I mean, pretty even fight there. A lot of resources down, and these players are just resorting to building halves only now. That's all that they have resources for. Gold is drying up on the map, unless you're orange. Okay, we do have Road Raiders moving out. They're checking things. He might be trying to sneak around so that the enemy doesn't know where he's coming from, or he might just be attacking green. You never know with these guys. Man-at-Arms OP. Yeah, fully upgraded... where are they at? Champions. Fully upgraded champions are no joke.
Dude, listen to the dying.
Oh.
The sounds of the dead. Oh.
Castle
And a
drop
castle.
here for Teal. Why not?
It's the best thing he can do.
It's actually the first castle he's dropped. It's like the furthest out that he's
ventured. And just noticing,
Nut
does have a town center back up on the bottom of the map. On the bottom.
he keeps going. Here comes Teal. Is going to spot it out again.
Teal is going to see it, so he's going to know that Nut is still alive.
Unbelievable.
He's going to go in. He's going to attack me.
The castle drops on both sides here. I like this one on the hill. Good stuff, but I don't know if it's going to go up. The reinforcements for the Goth player are insane. And this looks like it's going to have to be another guerrilla warfare situation. As pink attacks green. Silly Seth is going after Cycreus right now.
My goodness.
Just to prove that they're not teaming up or anything. Why not? Why attack the strongest player?
What else have we got to lose at this point,
I think that's just the rules of the game causing a bit of an odd decision there. We got a castle drop for orange here too. No response, so I guess he's got units out as well. That might be the end for green. 20 workers still in the game. That was an impressive reboom for Oz.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I think they did a good job trying to come back and deal with this, but
I think Nut may have been paying attention. He's house-walled one villager in here. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh no, decided to... Okay, going for a dungeon there.
What is even going on?
Castle on castle action up on north. Pink seems like the only hope now. Maybe Gray can pull something out of the hat. He's going for more battle elephants. I mean, it's hard to know what to do against this many infantry units, this many champions. They're so strong. And they're cheaper too. From Eloition there. Some more conquistadors. It's interesting to see we have had Silly Seth be the only fisherman on this whole map. On both sides, he was the only fisher. Not only going for a dock when he needed to build a transport ship. And what's this?
Oh my word.
Town center for Nut in the middle of the map. And it's not within the vision of orange, but one chopper has now become visible. Oh man, look at this!
We're approaching 2 hours on this game.
Yeah.
And oh my word!
Another major fight happening over here.
Teal is beginning to push in on that corner now.
I think Teal will be able to eventually roll this.
Yeah, and if we look on if we can look on the top as well, where orange and pink are, I think they're beginning to.
We have two-handed swordsman for Gray. I don't know if the Khmer get champion, but yes, they're also pushing on the north.
Okay, so now
significant army here as well.
Yeah.
I think Teal going for another castle here.
Yeah, that's right there.
I mean, what's the resource bank right now? 15k food for bees, 32k wood for the Verge, 14k food there. Everybody else, I mean, Cycreus has been run dry. Oz actually sitting at pretty solid amount of resources. Wood and food alone.
a good...
And Nut is doing fairly well there too, but I don't know if it's enough to make a dent.
Yeah, there. You know, I mentioned earlier that obviously that Bees and the Verg need to, you know, make sure that they finish the game. But they've been doing a good job of kind of playing at their pace.
Yeah.
They're doing. Again, it's easy to kind of panic when you don't finish off an enemy right away. But when you panic, that's what mistakes are made. And they've been doing a good job of just kind of playing at their pace, making sure that they can establish the foothold.
When you get a lead like this, you don't want to just
throw everything,
like panic, throw it all in, and then
it's easy to throw everything you have and then not have anything to defend yourself, or not have anything to back yourself up with. So I think they're doing a good job.
You might hear some complaints about the length of this game, but a Conquest 8-player game is just going to take a long time if nobody surrenders. As we've seen, no surrenders this game yet. It's all been full elimination. Second TC up for Blue on this one hidden sliver, neither visible.
But again, he is gonna see. Yeah, but he is probably gonna see the.
He's gonna see the choppers now.
Yeah. At this point, I feel that's the last two teams are trying to do what they can to stay in the game as long as possible.
Cycris says no. Whoa, sorry. I'm strobing right now. Oh man. Yeah, Pink. Fully destroying these two gamers over here.
Bitch.
Solidifying second place or third place by score. Oh man, where's the wonder? Pink has been broken into. Cav taking out that dock, and I think Pink's eco is out of here now. This game, it was looking like it was over an hour ago, but now we can see the final chapter. It's on the next page. We're just turning the page over to it now. We've had the climax. We've had the inciting incident, the resolution. We're just on like the teaser for book 2.
We're at the death throes now.
We're gonna get to the acknowledgements in a couple minutes. But the score is actually a very interesting point to consider. It depends on if Nut or Oz get knocked out first, I think, basically, on who... well, actually, hang on. Let me get that pop-up back up. They need 25,000 points in third place to make it in, so I don't think they're going to be able to, and that's probably going to secure Tom Bombadil into that final game. It's looking like Silly Seth will make it in. I guess also depends on who's eliminated first. Got units streaming across the map here. Bees, well, what's the gold looking like? Bees has enough gold to make whatever he wants. You just hear an endless recruitment sounds, and double walls now for Pink. Oh man. Villagers, 40 workers for the Khmer players still after those Woad Raiders came through. So, I mean, there's some idols, but I'm hiring teammates. Oh boy.
Oh my word,
we might see some planning, some preparation in the chat right now.
Teammates.
And it looks, by the way, like I'm going to be able to just tax 3k channel points off of these people if Bees and the Verge win. Nobody voted for him.
Teal's finally finding this base in the bottom, so you should be able to get this.
Did they find this yet? Now that there are barracks built here? Okay, there's one barracks visible and houses. It's just a matter of time. I think they decided there's other priorities right now to deal with. Okay, I think Pink actually wins this fight. This stand-up fight right now against... Okay. Unbelievable. Pink and Gray are still trying to fight each other. They want a 1v1 so bad.
Sometimes it's personal.
I mean, Tom Bombadil, we'll just have to see who else is in the game, you know? Like, dynamics are going to change depending on this stuff. I imagine the Bees and the Verge will want to team up again if they win, but also maybe not. You never know. It's possible
find out.
Bees will go ahead and hang out with Silly Seth for the next game. You never know. These top two, Teal and Orange, are both kind of adjacent friends of the Wisconsin boys, but I don't think they actually know each other up until this evening. So, hola, Nuvis Reveal, Revel, Nuvis, welcome into this 2v2v2v2 game. Part of a long, probably too long series event, Winter Bash, $500 community friends, Discord allies tournament. 1v1 tournament for the most part, aside from this couple 2v2 show matches, 2v2v2v2. So, real good time. I'm enjoying it. It's been every Friday. We've been watching these games back, watching some live games. Coming up next, actually, have Nut versus Silly Seth in the grand final, or sorry, that already happened, in the third place match for the Age of Empires 2 bracket. So,
things have been pretty spicy. This has been very
spicy,
exciting.
yeah. And this has been a spicy game. Again, I said earlier, no surrenders from any gamers. They all want to stay in as long as possible.
I mean, that's
5 castles from
them.
the same screen there. 6 in the entire map is just amazing. So.
Then again, testament to these players. It's these big games can drag on for a very long time, but again, they're doing a good job of sticking with it.
Yeah, I mean, some in the H2 wider community might say, oh, it's BM to not surrender after 2 hours and the clear winner is been decided.
Well, when you're in a tournament and there's money on the line.
There's money on the line, and also so like the rules dictate that, and also I think that depending, you got to kind of read the room,
Yeah.
And reading the room here, nobody's surrendered yet.
No.
So clearly these players all want to keep playing. Maybe the Virgin Bees Get Degrees don't want to keep playing. They might want to be over with it. But
I wouldn't blame them. I mean, this is a long game.
Yeah, the trade routes here are kind of just painful. We're at 11 gold here. Okay, I mean, I think we saw a 16 gold trade route down here earlier. So what these guys are trading for, like 13 gold. They might need to work on their trade meta. That's the only thing I might say about this game. But I guess they got other priorities. It's not the only thing I might say. I've been talking for an hour and a half. We got 4 Trebs knocking on the door here. We got a few villagers going down. This blue has finally moved out on the north side. Silly Seth's score just like continues to rise. I think he moved his proxy base south, and also Teal can see this. No, he can't. Look at this. He might see the foundation for that dock somehow, but oh, this is why. This is why we got villagers pathing north for some odd reason. There's like a bug in his waypoints or something. Sneaky Seth strikes again.
Oh my word.
Okay, the last 2 TCs for green and gray are both under pressure right now. As they're, well, let's see, they're pretty much tapped out. You can make some scouts with food only, but what's the point? We're looking at efficiency. Yeah, we could look deeper into the stats here, but we all know what it's gonna say in the end. Eco KD Nut with 49 kills and 261 losses on the economy. He keeps making villagers in TCs and he keeps losing them. We got castles coming down for Teal, just trying to lock down every possible spot as Blue has dropped another TC in the south.
You want to be sure that you're not going to get backdoored or anything, and so trying to build up in the middle here.
I'm just amazed that this was allowed to go on for so long.
Yeah, no, it's when you've got a million things going on in the game, you have no idea. You're not focusing on all parts of the map, and because of that, the enemy can build back up. That has happened to me more. It's happened to me several times when any RTS game I've played. I think I've gotten a win. I think I've gotten the guy off the map, and then guess what? He comes back and I get steamrolled.
Yeah, no, it can
especially
definitely
big,
happen. And
especially with big team games.
in a more relaxed game like this, where you're not just gonna forfeit and go next, it definitely can happen.
Yeah,
This game is so reminiscent of like the old days in even though none of these players were there, like in the conference room at Providence, right? You just play for 4 hours and never surrender. It's because they really just enjoy playing the game. All these guys have put in so many hours just hanging out in Age, practicing skirmishing over the last 2 months.
Nuvis, to answer your question, the elo on these players is mixed, I'd say. You have very low elo players that
I think maybe 2 to 4 of these gamers are ranked and have played in ranked lobbies. Otherwise, no. Also, the entire tournament basically is unranked.
Good sirs.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, bees? The game is over.
The game is over.
GG's, everybody. Well played, everyone.
GG's.
What the hell was that?
They wouldn't give up. They wouldn't surrender.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I was about to surrender early, and Seth's like, "No, the top 2 advance."
Looking at this, since we have an odd number of players in this like 2v2v2v2 shell match situation, that means that the winners, Bees and the Verge, are definitely advancing, and then the top scorer, or like the last alive there, who was the last person to surrender there? I didn't catch it.
Nut was the last one.
So
who built 3 different bases?
Nut is in, and then since the last 2v2v2v2 game, the defining score there was 25,000 points. That means that Nut is the only other one in from this game. So Bees, the Verge, and Nut.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And going on from this into the next one, we also have Tom Bombadil and Aloysian, who had a bye. We have Wiggle the Wise and She the Distance and Wolf of the North. That's going to be our 8 players.
All right.
We'll schedule that in January. But yeah, great game. Great awesome. No surrender game from you guys.
A lot of moving bases there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I was noticing, if I get over to the right stats screen here, Nut, you lost 291 workers that game.
Yikes.
Nut incited some massive panic when we realized he was inside of our base, and we just didn't know it for probably 15 minutes.
Well, I turned off all my sound, and I didn't hear all the pings.
I told Kevin in the middle of it, I was like, Kevin, no, don't fight Mason. We're not going to be able to defeat him. Go on Mason, or go on Seamus or Austin. They're the only ones that we can beat at this point.
True.
Like,
yeah.
You like my walls up there? Oh, yeah, that was good. Seamus, I'm sorry. I just amassed Wood Raiders, and I had to do it.
No, dude, you absolutely had to do it. That was, I loved that. That was like the most fun I think I've had in a long time. That was so good.
Mason, 1,300 kills.
Yikes!
Oh man,
crazy.
Well, thanks for hosting, guys. Wow, that was fun.
Yeah,
that was outstanding.